Okay, folks, we're still here at the farm, and this place is crazy. They've got an attraction that anybody that has room for it should buy it. And I think it's, their website is Miller Agritainment, I think. But check this out. Apparently they came to Transworld many years ago, and they only sold a handful. And this is it right here. And they call it the Barnyard Blasters, okay? And what is going on here is you've got these cannon blasters, and you shoot apples. You see these apples right here? You shoot these out of these cannons. Now, I'm just gonna tell you, when I did a tour, and by the way, it's Lewis Agritainment, yep, right? Agritainment. And you sell these on Lewis Agritainment. Yep, yep. And how much are they?
They're $7,800 a piece.
And that includes the stand?
Everything, so all you need to do is hook up your own compressor and have 12-volt power, and you're good to go. Shoot whatever you want. You can shoot apples, potatoes, tennis balls, just about anything out of them. Some people shoot water bottles out of them, but...
Now the guy who runs his name is Scott, yep. Lewis. Yep. I asked him point blank what was the most, the biggest add-on, the add-on that makes the most money, and he said hands down was this thing.
Yep, this and our paintball are the two biggest things. So yeah, dads and kids just love it. I mean,
and your paintball was off the hook. I saw that, and that's in the video. We'll put a link to it. Yeah. But these cannons, when I did it, I was like, what the hell? Yeah. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Yeah. So can you show us how it works?
So the customer does all the work. So we show them how to load it. They can buy their bucket there. We bring the bucket over for them. All they do is they drop the apple or whatever they're in there, drop it in, push the rod forward. Green light comes on, it means they're ready to go. And they just pull the trigger and it shoots whatever projectile out, and then they reload it again. Put an apple or tennis ball in, green light, aim at your target, and shoot.
So how much is, you sell them in two different buckets?
Yeah, so this is our family deal, we call it. It's $20 for 60 shots.
Okay.
And that's $5 for 12 apples.
Okay.
And I would say, honestly, that family deal is probably our...
Where do you get the apples?
So we have a farm, so we grow our own apples, but even a lot of farms around the country that don't grow their own apples, they'll get them shipped in from like juice apples. They're $100, $120 for a bin, a 20 bushel bin, and you're gonna make about $1,000 off that that full box there. So
holy cow,
you're making a ton of your money back.
Now you have the air turned off right now, right? Yep. But it'll still shoot a couple times?
Yeah, there's some in the system there, so it'll shoot a couple out, but not like they used to go. I mean, we're shooting 100 PSI out of these, and that will shoot to the far back woods, which is, you know, over 1,000 feet, so. And
it's Lewis Agritainment. Yep, now can you shoot an apple and show us?
Yeah, it might not go too far enough that the air's off.
Yeah, we'll just shoot that target right there. This was probably the most fun thing that I've ever done. Like, oh yeah, it's not shooting. Yeah. So just to give you guys an idea, like when you hit that target right there, the apple literally disintegrated. It vaporizes.
Yeah, we put cars out here in the fall. That's our most popular thing. So we'll put, you know, 4 cars out here, junkyard cars, and they'll just blast the cars. After the end of the season, the doors are off. They've been hit so much. The windows are gone, the side panels are off and everything. So.
And I saw these apples go all the way into the forest.
Yeah, these are shooting over 1,000 feet. That back wood line's about 1,000 feet, and they're shooting over the top of those trees. So the apples come out, I mean, at 100 PSI, about 200 miles an hour. So
oh my gosh.
They're ripping out of there. So
has anybody ever been hit by an apple?
No, I mean, you definitely want to make sure you have, you know, security. They're kind of fenced in, but nobody's been hit, thankfully. That would be pretty bad.
And the apples, I see them like they're littered all over the place, but some of them just literally disintegrate.
Oh, yeah. When they hit the target, there's literally all you see is like water vapor. It just disintegrates to nothing. And then, yeah, the apples that do stay out here, deer and, well, there's some turkeys out there now. They're coming through here throughout the year, and they eat them all up. So
how much distance do you think you need, or can you tone it down so it doesn't shoot as far?
Whatever you need. I mean, there's some farms that are shooting to that, you know, to this front target, you know, 50 feet only. I mean, so you can there's elevation stops on it too, so you can lock it in place. So if you didn't want to go too high or too low, and there's side to side stops. So if you don't want to shoot left or right, or if you want to stay in one position, it can stay in that one position. And yeah, you put a pressure regulator off your compressor, and you can turn it down to whatever PSI you want. So if you don't have a lot of room to work with, you can turn it down to, you know, 60, 70 PSI and make them not shoot as far.
And it's called the M102 Generation 2. So I guess it was the first generation?
First gen, and the thing with the first gen is you could fire it without loading it. So you could just, the kids would sit here and pull the trigger and it just fire constantly. So now you have to actually load it, shoot it, and then it won't fire again until it's reloaded. So.
Oh my gosh. Do you sell a lot of these?
Yeah, we sell, it depends on the year, but most years our limit, we sell most years, our limit's about 100, 110.
Now, what I thought was really cool is over here you have this paintball thing.
Yep.
And basically it's pointing into the woods.
Yep.
And you just have some rotating targets and you shoot them with paintballs.
It's stationary. The guns are stationary, and the kids and dads are honestly, this is the two biggest things for those.
But this one's bigger than that by far.
I've had honestly people spend $200-300, no joke, out of the token machine. They'll put a 20 in for that, and then they just love it so much they just keep doing it and doing it. So it's amazing what some people will spend.
And you can order them on Miller Agri-tainment.
Lewis Agri-tainment.
My bad.
You can either call Scott, he'll answer, or you can email him, or there's videos on there and everything. So
man, and I'm telling you guys, like when you shot these targets, the apple it's like you're in a German tank in World War II, and you get to aim it and fire it. I mean, it really is like you're loading a tank from World War II.
They look like them too with the camouflage they got. Yep.
It was like one of the most fun things that I've ever done. Now you say you could put a apple, a potato,
lemon, orange, softball, tennis ball, anything round. There's a 4-inch barrel, so you take the choke out. They come with a choke, so you can either get a 3.5-inch choke or a 3-inch choke. And then if you take that out, it's a 4-inch object. So you can shoot a 4-inch object down to whatever size you would like.
Hey, well, thanks a lot for all the. Now, I'm just telling you, like this is like incredible. Now, do you have all of these bins like tied up at one time?
I mean, I'll have a line to paintball.
Just to do this. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bays.
Yeah, and we had 7. We redid this whole thing a couple years ago, and we had 7 prior to it, and we thought adding a couple more to 10 would be enough, and there's still a stupid line, so we're like, well, maybe we need to add more.
Holy cow! Hey, well, thanks a lot.
Yeah, you bet. You have a great night.
Oh, you too. And there you have it. I know that you can't. The air compressor was turned off, so you're not getting the full picture of how cool it was. But I can only tell you, it was like the coolest thing I've ever. I'm not, when I say it's the coolest thing I ever done, I mean, of course not. But in a place like this, where it's an upgraded thing, I would definitely buy the big giant thing of apples. And I mean, I would just literally shoot it all day long. It was like that much fun. And here's what I was talking about on their laser or their paintball. So they got all these paintball stations, and they can shoot these targets. Look at the trees. I mean, they're just mauled. But there you have it. I mean, they've done it all out, all right, to like the umpteenth degree. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's amazing. But man, I'm just telling you that was literally one of the funnest things I've ever done. And I can see that just making oodles of money if you've got the space to do it. Man, I wish like the air compressor was on, but I'm telling you, I did it. It was something else. It was just so exhilarating to shoot those apples and aim it at stuff and try to blow them up. Another thing that I really liked here at this farm was this thing right here. You climb up on the saddle and you try to rope the steers. That was actually really fun as well. And then they had this little twister thing over here, this little barn right there. It's got a tube in it and it just turns. That was a lot of fun. But you have to come here to Lewis Adventure Farm and Zoo, and maybe go to their website, Lewis Agri-tainment, I think it's .com, and see if you can find some videos of them shooting those apples. Now, if you go to my Instagram page, Scarefest, I'm gonna put a video up of us shooting those things, because it was really off the Richter scale. When I made the video of this place, I was just kind of sort of doing what I always do. I just kind of walked around. I didn't shoot the pumpkins or the apples. But then later, when the video was over, Patty and I went over there and I wanted to shoot the apples. And I was like, oh, man, I should have freaking got that on video. So I went back just to show you guys that is like, I mean, I literally, if I had the room, I would buy at least 6 of them. And that would literally, I think it would draw people in just to do that. And look at that camel. Look at that camel right there. Look, he's walking over to say hello. That camel's very friendly. So anyway, I just wanted to make that video really fast because that is literally one of the coolest things I've ever done. But go to my Instagram page @Scarefest and check out that video. And I might throw that video up on Hauntworld YouTube page just as a short. And then I potentially could also upload that to the Hauntworld Facebook Fright Forum group. So you'll see exactly what happens. But there you have it. So from Lewis Farm, you take care. Right here. And by the way, I'm not getting near those things. That white one over there spit on me. And he spit on me good. From Lewis Farms.